Hi, Mike here from Millpond. I'm here to talk to you about VOLT, a virtual online live training to help you achieve your PMI certification. So who is Millpond? Millpond is a professional project management services company specializing in delivery, consulting, and training. Our training services include introductory courses, certification courses, tailored training, and mentoring and coaching. And these services are available across New Zealand, Australia, Papua New Guinea, and Fiji. We are a registered education provider with the Project Management Institute, as well as partnering with local PMI chapters. So what is VOLT? Virtual online live training. It's essentially taking our classroom delivery, but bringing it online. So VOLT is a 12-week training course to help you achieve your PMP or CAPM certification, or a 6-week training course to help you achieve your PMI-ACP certification. So live sessions presented online using cutting-edge technology, providing a flexible and affordable option to help you achieve the certification that you're after. We use Zoom for our online delivery. This is because it's a platform that's reliable, easy to use, and offers some great features for student and facilitator interaction. All you need to join is a device, a headset, and a webcam. You log in from the comfort of your own home, the office, or maybe somewhere in between to join in professional and training sessions, group discussions, and online collaboration. And because the internet has no boundaries, this service is available to anybody, anywhere, no matter what time it is. So we will provide you with all the tools and advice you need to pass your certification. For more information and to register for the next delivery, please visit our website, www.millpond.co.nz. Send us an email or give us a call. If you have any questions at all about VOLT, the certifications, the examinations, and your eligibility, we are more than happy to help. We look forward to seeing you on one of our courses soon.